Okay, here we are, Matthew Russell Lee, Inner City Press, here at the Southern District of New York Courthouse today, Tuesday, December 17th, 2024. Now, we're covering all the beats. On the Diddy beat, there's been a filing already this morning. Yesterday, the lawyers for Sean Combs said that they want to reclassify some information from possession only to attorney possession, or inspection only, meaning that only his lawyers could go in and see it at the prosecutor's office, and he could never see it. Now they want to say the lawyers can have it outside of the office, but he shouldn't see it. But they've pulled that. They've now said they are not going to make that filing yet. They just got a big discovery dump overnight. So look, this is all in the run-up to Wednesday's proceeding, which we are intending to live tweet between U.S. and Sean Combs. The fight between Jay-Z, Spiro. Spiro did a press conference yesterday at Rock Nation. Surprising, since his other client, Eric Adams, is in big trouble between the Campaign Finance Board saying he can't get matching funds and Ingrid waiting to be arraigned or indicted and then arraigned in 100 Center Street. In other news, right down the street, also in 100 Center Street, Judge Merchan has rejected Trump's motion to dismiss the whole criminal case, saying that although it's indisputable that testimony from Westerhout and Hope Hicks during the presidency were used, he said that what they testified about were unofficial acts. We'll see how this one plays out. There's another motion pending to do it, and in any event, it looks like the sentencing will be pushed back for at least 4 years. But the fight goes on. The fight goes on. Now, there were other actual off those three main beats. Yesterday, we covered the arraignment of a guy called Ken Leach of WAMCO. It's a big mutual fund run by Franklin. Franklin bought Legg Mason and this WAMCO company. I think it would be great for them. Hasn't really worked out because it turns out that Mr. Leach is charged with quote-unquote cherry picking, waiting till the end of the day and then allocating winnings and losses to various funds in a totally unaccountable way. So he pled not guilty and he won't be back until May. We also covered the Fatico hearing of Mr. Mirense Martinez Turcio, former congressman from Honduras, being testified against by the famous cooperator, Davis Rivera Madrigada, who say that he was present, that Mirense, his cousin, was present during kidnappings, torture, and murder. So this is for a sentencing enhancement based on violence. And I don't know, we'll see. There's some filings due December 23rd. We'll be covering it right down to the end, and over the holidays. We will be covering this murder and mayhem. But speaking of murder and mayhem, after the UN's admitted participation of UN staff of UNRWA in the October 7th incidents and events, yesterday, the UN system filed a motion to dismiss. They used taxpayer money to say they have full immunity. Doesn't matter whether they participated in terroristic acts. They have total immunity. Well, we put it up, and I think this is a pleading. It might have been in their interest to ask for an extension, because if the people that are coming in mean what they say, this may be the end, not only of Philip Lazzarini, but of Antonio Guterres, the master behind them. We've also written a scoop this morning about corruption in the office of the High Commissioner of Human Rights, Volker Turk. Well-placed whistleblowers naming staff who unaccountably got jobs, hired their own boyfriends and girlfriends, as the organization is run into the ground. This once jewel of the UN system has turned into an absolute joke, and we could have predicted it. Volker Turk was on the 38th floor of the UN when Antonio Guterres had Inner City Press roughed up and banned, still banned, and he did nothing. And he purports to be a human rights commissioner. What a joke. Inner City Press, we're going into the court. To be continued.